Morning and welcome to Up with KREM. It is 6 o'clock on your Thursday morning. I'm Nicole Hernandez. We want to get you ready for your morning by starting off with our meteorologist, Thomas Patrick, because Thomas has been talking about our temperatures warming up over the next few days. So Thomas, how hot is it going to be today?
Yeah, it could be near 100 degrees in a few spots. I did just pour another cup of coffee. It is iced coffee. You might be able to hear some of the ice cubes in that. Just getting ready for the day because it is going to be very hot. Remember this past weekend, Saturday and Sunday? Well, that's what today and tomorrow is going to feel like. As for our heat advisories, there's not many issue just for the LC Valley, but just prompting in the areas that will be the hottest in the inland Northwest. So Lewiston, Asotin, Pomeroy, and nearby, 100 to 105 for the next 2 days, as you see 104 officially on the forecast for today. Just 97 again in Spokane. That's probably not going to be our hottest day of the entire summer, but it will tie our hottest day of the year so far. This last Sunday was also 97 degrees. So it is comparable. We've been there before a couple times, so we know what to expect this time around. Right now, it's still 65 degrees, but that's just our low temperature for the day, and we are going to heat up very quickly from here with that summer sunshine present.
Because of the extreme heat Thomas just mentioned, 6 Spokane City Public Libraries are going to be cooling centers starting in just a few hours. The Central, Liberty Park, Shadle Park, Hilliard, South Hill, and Indian Trail libraries will be open for cooling. There's also going to be space to cool off in the Trent Resource Center. If you need help getting to and from the cooling centers, you can get a ride with the Spokane Transit.
We want to be available to help citizens who are vulnerable, our homeless population, but anyone who comes here and visits and is just walking the streets and cruising around, we want to make these resources available to anyone.
So the shelters open at 9 this morning. This is something the city does if the National Weather Service forecasts 2 or more days of at least 95-degree temperatures, which we're of course seeing this week. If you would like a link to all of the cooling centers across the city and to look at our weather forecast, you can text us the word HEAT to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link right to your phone. And in a heat like this, it's important to listen to your body and know the signs of heat illnesses. Heat cramps can be the first sign something is wrong, like muscle pain and tightness, and that can quickly progress to heat exhaustion with heavy sweating and fatigue. But it gets even more serious if you stop sweating. That is a sign of heat stroke, which can lead to confusion and seizures. So if you are experiencing any symptoms of heat stroke, call 911 and get to a cool place until help gets there. Take off any extra clothes you're wearing and start trying to cool down in any way. You can do that by putting cool, wet cloths on your neck, your head, or your armpits, because those are the places where we lose 70% of our body heat. A brush fire broke out near Kendall Yards in Spokane yesterday afternoon. Our downtown tower camera captured this video of the smoke plume. You can see how dramatic that is just over the apartments there. Crews contained the fire in about 30 minutes. KREM 2 was there and saw crews mopping up the fire and making sure none of the hot spots reignited. It burned less than 1/4 acre, and we're now just waiting to hear how the fire started. And now artificial intelligence could help with wildfires. In Oregon, crews are using special cameras with AI to find the exact location of fires. The company, Pano AI, partners with Portland General Electric and makes mountaintop cameras that use AI to detect active smoke within at least 10 miles. Portland General Electric has 27 ultra-high-def cameras right now and is adding 6 more. The AI cameras pinpoint the exact spot where a fire is burning and sends a push notification to your cell phone or email. The overall goal here is to help fire districts decrease fire threats and track down flames.
It's brought together the fire agencies, the utilities, and the private space together in a way to try to tackle this issue as a we problem.
Washington State is also using this AI camera system right now. They launched their program back in March. And besides Washington and Oregon, 4 other states are using this technology right now. It's 6:05, time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Washington State gave more than $11 million to a Spokane affordable housing provider. The Department of Commerce and the City of Spokane approved 2 grants for Take Up the Cause. They will use the money to build 59 affordable homes here in the West Hills neighborhood. A water truck driver died on Monday after his truck rolled down an embankment, trapping him in the car. The Clearwater County Sheriff's Office says 67-year-old Mark Teal got too close to the edge of the road near Bingo Creek and Level Saddle, and the soil gave way. The water truck rolled about 90 feet down a basically vertical drop. First responders airlifted Teal to the Clearwater Valley Hospital where he died. There's plans for South Central Washington to get a group of small nuclear reactors. Energy Northwest says they would be able to generate about 960 megawatts of electricity. The reactors would be on leased land near the Hanford nuclear site. The first reactors could be online by 2030. And that's a look at your morning rush.
Weather-wise today, we've mentioned it before. We'll mention it again. It's going to be plenty hot for today, so do make sure to stay hydrated and stay cool when you can. First thing this morning, quite comfortable outside. A lot of our area temperatures are in the 60s. A few cooler spots, including Pullman at 55 and Sandpoint at 52, but not as cold as it was even earlier on in the week. Our temperatures are definitely warmer by comparison, both this morning and then again this afternoon. Look for mid to upper 90s for the most part, with our normal hot spots likely pushing 100 degrees for today. Quite benign weather pattern right now, with a pair of surface high pressures starting to really dominate the northwest, keeping skies clear today, but allowing that heat to build in from the heat dome to our south.
The trial for 5 members of the white nationalist group Patriot Front continues today. They're accused of planning to violently disrupt a pride event in Coeur d'Alene last year. Authorities arrested 31 people after finding them in the back of a U-Haul truck. Yesterday, we heard testimony from Coeur d'Alene Police Captain David Hager, who was there when police opened the U-Haul that day. He said officers found multiple riot shields, handheld radios, and other protective equipment. He also said he thinks the shields could have caused, quote, serious damage if used as weapons. But the lead detective in the case testified he does not think the group planned to commit any violence. Detective Jesse Welch said, quote, I believe their intentions were peaceful, however, they were prepared for a riot, end quote. The state rested its case against the men, so today we should hear the defense's case in the trial. Yesterday, the defense asked the judge to dismiss the case altogether, but the judge denied that request. For more information about all of the testimony, you can head over to our website, KREM.com.